famous sleuth kills Chopper.
Tracy, that was some battle.
That sure was, Mr. Tracy. You sure did a fine job in killing that crook.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to the rest of the gang.
Well, Sam, there's no proof that there was a gang. All we know is that there was somebody there at the scene of the crime outside of Chopper.
Well, Mr. Tracy, who do you think they were?
I don't know. We didn't find them.
No, when Chopper was killed, the other man just seemed to disappear.
Well, Chopper committed a crime and he paid for it. But somewhere along the line, his path crosses the mole's.
The mole? Who's the mole?
Oh, he's a mysterious character about whom we know very little. He owns a restaurant called The Hole in the Wall. Mr. Tracy had dinner there last night.
Yes, well, the food was good, so tonight I decided to mix business with pleasure. I want to talk to that mole some more. Tess liked the food, too, so I told her to invite Diet Smith and Miss Frothingham to join us there. So, I'll see you men later.
Where you going now?
Well, I have a few errands to attend to for Tess before I meet her at the Hole in the Wall. See you.
What's troubling Mr. Tracy, Sam?
Well, Murphy, when he has an important case, he finds that he can solve it so much easier if he's alone and just keeps on walking.
Yeah. It does do a man a bit of good to be alone with his soul once in a while. Well, me free time's about up, so I guess I'll be getting on back down to me dungeon. What you be doing, Sam?
Well, I think I'll just stay here at Tracy's desk and go over the papers here on the mole.
Well, all right. I'll see you later, Sam.
Mm-hmm.
So long.
Yes, sir, sweet. These plates are worth at least $1 million. This is the finest job that's ever been turned out. In fact, the Treasury Department is hot on the trail.
Well, isn't it dangerous?
A little. But we'll pass the money in Mexico. And then we'll travel around the world.
You mean just you and me?
Just you and me.
Hey, how does it operate?
Well, you have to have special printing presses, special paper, and special inks.
You have to have a special talent, too, wouldn't you? Have you ever done a thing like that?
No. But I put my finger on a man that can run this operation for me.
Means you'd have to cut him in, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But after he's finished his part of the job, then we can talk it over.
I thought I told you never to come down here till I sent for you.
Well, I'm sorry, Mole. I forgot.
You can't afford to forget. Tracy's looking for you for that job when Chopper was killed.
I'd like to get my hands on him, too.
I hope you get the chance, and soon. Now, you stay here. Tracy's got nothing on you because you weren't mixed up in that killing job. And I may have some work for you later on. Now, Pawn, you beat it. And be mighty careful.
All right.
Well, you sent for me, Mole?
How are you, Shyster?
Please, sir. I resent...
Counselor, that is.
Thank you.
I got a little job for you.
Oh, fine.
I want you to go and spring wheels. ZV wheels, that is. He's over in the city jail.
Yes. Well, what's he in for?
Oh, nothing very serious. I guess a vacancy rap.
ZV Wheels? Why, he's the finest counterfeit machine operator in the country. How did he end up on a charge like that?
He plays the horses. I think he was worked out a little deal where he can spend it faster than he can make it on that little machine of his. That is.
Faster than he can make it on that little machine. Say, that's pretty good, Mole.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's a pretty good fee.
That's not all yours. Half of it goes to you, and the other half to Wheels, so they can get him out of that vacancy rap. Now I want you to get him, bring him over here right away.
You know, Mole, it's always a pleasure to do business with you. Yes, indeed. In fact, I might say you're one of my finest clients.
See what cash will buy you?
Loyalty? As long as my money holds out.
That was a most unkind thing you just implied. Thinking I, J. Blackstone Springham, could be bought for mere money.
Don't you want to know why he's springing, Will?
Certainly not. The only reason I haven't been disbarred is that so far I've been able to keep one step ahead of the law, which, of course, is just enough. I intend to stay that way. You can depend on me, Mole. I'll bring you your Mr. Z.V. Wheels.
Oh, Sam Ketchum. That new fella we got down here by the name of Wheels. He's been asking me all the afternoon if he could have a book to read. Well, I said, what kind of a book do you want? And he says he wants a book on mechanics. Well, now I have the book on my desk here. Now, here's why I'm calling you. Is it all right to give a prisoner a book on tools and mechanical equipment? Will it help him to escape?
What's he in for?
He's in for vagrancy.
Oh, that's all right. Give it to him.
Give it to him. Well, okay. As long as you say so. Mechanics, no less. Well, Mr. Wheels, here's your book.
Thank you.
Sure. I don't know what a man in here on a vagrancy charge we want with a thing like that. On printing presses and tools and various and sundry other mechanical items.
Mr. Murphy, it's merely that I have an incessant quest for knowledge, regardless of the extenuating circumstances.
Well, now, I'm not quite sure what you just said there, but, well, I guess it's all right.
These plates are used to manufacture counterfeit money. They're all hand-etched. It took the man 7 months to complete that job. And nobody but a Treasury expert could detect the bills. There's been over $250,000 worth of phony currency printed with these plates. And at least 3 men have died who owned them.
No kidding.
Yeah. And now they're mine. Who's there?
It's me, Block.
Come in.
Guess who's here?
Well, this is no time for games. Who is it?
Dick Tracy.
Dick Tracy? What does he want?
He didn't say, except that he'd like to meet the manager of the restaurant.
That's peculiar. What could he want with me?
He didn't tell me.
Listen, I don't feel like seeing Dick Tracy right now. But I think that we can arrange to make his visit pretty comfortable.
What do you mean?
Listen, if he starts snooping around here, he's liable to find something. I tell you what you do, Phil. You tell Tracy that the manager won't be back for, say, 5 or 10 minutes. And why don't he sit down and have a cup of coffee on the house?
Right.
And now, Mountain,
What?
I got a job for you.
Well, that's all right with me.
You just go out in the kitchen and prepare Mr. Tracy's coffee.
Say, that's a good idea.
Mr. Tracy, the manager isn't here yet. Will you have a cup of coffee on the house while you're waiting?
Well, I'll have some coffee, but I'd rather pay for it myself.
Well, as you wish. Sugar?
No, thanks. I take it plain.
Fluff, have you seen the boss around anywhere?
You're Mountain, aren't you?
Yes, what about it?
I want to have a little talk with you.
What, police headquarters?
No, I can talk to you right here and now.
Fluff, bring me a cup of that Jack.
What do you know about a man named Chopper?
Just what would you like to know about him?
Well, I just want to know what you know about him. This coffee, it's sort of sweet. It's...
What's the matter, Tracy? You can't stand up?
Well, coffee, it's drunk.
That's right.
What happens now, Mountain?
The boss has got a good room down for him down below. That's where he's going now. The latch on that door.
Right.
Up and down.
Hilarious pawn. What happens now?
I told them all we ought to bump him off, bury his body somewhere, and forget it.
Well, the mole said not to.
Yeah, I know. I can't understand that. He's the most dangerous enemy we got. Why let him live?
It always seems best not to question the mole. He knows what he's doing.
Well, I suppose you're right. But I still like to cut him up a little bit.
Well, what's the sense? He's fast asleep. He'd never know anything about it.
Yeah, but when he wakes up, I'm going to bang him around. Come on, get a rope and let's tie him up.
Hey, Joe. Here, this ought to hold him.
I shall see. Oh.
Well, they don't seem to be here. Are you sure this is the place?
Oh, yes. Tess was most serious when she said we were to eat in her cellar.
Why, Miss Frothingham, you do appear to be rather stuffy. I think the atmosphere here is very, very nice.
We've been here at least 30 seconds, and no one has come to show us to a table.
Miss Frothingham, how you do carry on. Why, this reminds me of a very delightful little place that I frequented in London when I was there, just on the outskirts of the Soho district. That was in 1924. No, 1925.
In 1924 and 25, you were in Africa.
Yeah, well, then it must have been in the early part of 1926.
Good evening. Can I help you folks?
Why, yes, my dear. I'm afraid we're a trifle early, but we'd like a table for 4.
We were to meet the Dick Tracys here. Has either of them shown up?
Dick Tracy? No, we haven't seen him since yesterday.
Mrs. Tracy, too, you haven't seen her?
No, she hasn't arrived yet.
Oh.
Your table is right this way.
Oh, thank you, my dear. There you are, Miss Frothingham. Yes, indeed, this is a most charming place. It reminds me of the time that I was in Buenos Aires. It was a charming, charming spot indeed. One of the most charming hideaways in Argentina.
A little while ago, you said it was in London, in the Soho district.
So it is. Well, I think I'll have a nice thick steak, rather rare, and I'll start off with a nice little dish of caviar with plenty of onions.
Now, Diet Smith, stop your dreaming. You know your doctors haven't allowed you to eat food of that sort for years. Would you please be kind enough to warm these up for Mr. Smith, but don't serve them until our guests arrive.
Oh, no. When will this ever stop?
Oh, hello, you two.
Mrs. Tracy, so nice to see you.
I'm sorry I'm so late. Have either of you seen my husband?
No, he hasn't shown up yet.
I wonder where he could be.
Well, don't worry. He'll be along soon.
You said this was a cellar, and it certainly is.
It's a most charming spot. Well, just look at this pipe here next to me. Well, isn't that wonderful?
What's wonderful about it?
Why, that's the X42 primary casting that my factory stopped making 22 and 24 years ago. Why?
Hey, what's that noise in the pipes? Is that mice? If it is, I can't stand them.
You're just like an elephant. They can't stand mice either.
What magnificent quality.
Can I take your orders now?
Should we wait for Tracy?
Why don't we just sit and chat a while? I'm not particularly hungry myself.
Neither am I. I wonder what can be keeping my husband.
There, guess that'll hold him.
Well, come on, I'll take you on for a game of cards.
Who's there?
J. Blackstone Springham. Mr. Z.V. Wheels.
Mole? Right.
How'd you find out about me?
Well, I was looking for a good counterfeit press operator. Max in Denver told me about you. All right, Shyster. Your job is finished. Scram.
Oh, yes, of course. I was just leaving. Well, gentlemen, it's been an extreme pleasure working with such fine, high-class people. Oh, and if I can be of any service in the future, don't hesitate to call.
You gave me one.
Oh, yes, of course, so I did. Good day, gentlemen.
Is this your lawyer?
On some cases.
No, now we're alone, we can talk.
What do you want?
Did you ever hear of the spiked Derville plates?
Derville engravings? Greatest job ever turned out.
Yeah.
What do you know about them?
What do I know about them? I got them.
You got them?
Yeah.
At least 3 people have lost their lives trying to obtain those plates, and there will probably be a lot more.
Well, where the payoff is big, it's worth the risk.
Now you're talking my language.
What do you mean?
Big payoff.
Oh, we'll get together on terms, all right.
We'd better. What have you got besides the plates?
Nothing. I figured that you'd have the stuff.
Means I have to get special inks and paper and a good hand printing press.
Yeah.
You know, all these things require years and years of knowledge and training.
Yeah. I know that. That's the reason that I had you sprung. Because you're the man for this job.
Hmm? How much of this stuff do you want me to turn out?
Well, at least $1 million. And that is before we pass even one bill.
That's a big order. How are you going to work it out?
I've got plans. Big plans. And if we work it right, we can all be rich.
I'll play these.
Well, so you're awake. Now I'm gonna fix your wagon, but good.
Wait a minute. Let's finish this hand. I'm ahead, and I don't want you to use any excuse to quit.
Well, I guess you'll be there. Want you, copper?
Making all that noise?
It's getting so late. I can't understand it.
Well, Dick Tracy's never late. I wonder what could have happened. Where could he be? Oh, there's Sam Ketchum. Maybe he knows. Good evening, Mr. Ketchum. Won't you join us?
Oh, thank you. Where's Tracy?
Well, that's what we wanted to ask you.
Oh, he hasn't showed up yet?
Don't worry. Nothing ever happens to Tracy. He'll be in a little while.
I hope so.
Yes, this is the most marvelous piece of casting, you know. You can hear every sound of anything that touches it. Why, I hear a most peculiar noise. Most peculiar indeed.
Diet Smith, now you stop that. I told you before, it's not polite to eavesdrop.
I'm not eavesdropping. I'm merely testing my product.
This product that Diet Smith is so proud of is a product of his old Pittsburgh plant that he manufactured more than 24 years ago.
Well, no matter what it is, pipes, rubber, grains, you can rest assured that the Diet Smith Enterprises had something to do with it.
It's nothing at all, but it's quite true.
What do you got?
I got a king high straight.
You're lucky.
I got you that time, eh?
Yeah, but I'll get even with you after I give this copper a good working over.
Yeah.
Looks like the boss wants you upstairs for a job.
Yeah, I better... Oh, wait a minute. I better take this with me, too.
You don't trust me?
No. I'll see you later.
Well, I guess that's about everything I'll need to do a good job. Where do you want me to put the press?
I've got a sub-basement room all prepared for that. One of my men, Mountain, will be here in a few seconds and take care of all of this. He's to take his working orders direct from you.
Good. As long as he's big and dumb and strong, and will take instructions.
That's a perfect description of Mountain.
You sent for me, boss?
Yeah. I buzzed for you.
Oh, secret panels and everything, huh?
Who's this guy?
That's Mr. Wheels. You're to take your instructions from him.
Well, if you say so.
Quite a setup you've got here.
Yeah. I've got secret panels like that to every one of my underground rooms, including those two houses next door. A good place to hide, a good place to escape, and a good place to do things privately.
First-class setup, huh?
Yeah, tunnels and nothing but tunnels.
Is Dick Tracy awake yet?
Yeah, when I left he was tied to a pipe and gagged. And Paul was about to cut him up a little, just for practice.
All this and Dick Tracy, too? What more could a person ask?
You've got a great sense of humor, haven't you, Wheels?
Now, well, let's get down to business. Mountain, you see this piece of paper?
Yeah.
Well, I've written down here everything that I'll need in the way of inks and paper and equipment. I wish you'd take this slip and go to these addresses, pick up this stuff, and get it to me through those tunnels or whatever you call it, to the place where I'm going to work.
Is this the fellow that's going to print our money?
That's right.
I'll take mighty good care of you.
Thank you, Mountain. Thank you.
That ain't nothing.
All right, Mountain. Pick that stuff up.
I like the way you work, Mo. Just like a top man.
I take care of things.
Just listen to that noise, Mr. Ketchum. Whatever can it be?
Diet Smith, it is not polite to eavesdrop. How many times do I have to tell you this?
Wait a minute. That sounds like code. S-O-S-T-R-A-C-Y. Tracy. O-K. That tapping sounded like it came from down below. There must be a sub-basement here.
I guess I'd better finish you now, Carver. This is the end of you, drink Tracy.
You know your way out of this place, don't you?
Yes,
All right, let's go.
Oh, please, come on, right this way, sir.
All right. Paul, I thought I'd better go the whole way with you right up to the jail cell just to make sure you were locked up.
You don't need to worry none about this one. He ain't going no place. You know, Mr. Tracy, it sure was a brave thing you didn't catch from that big tug all by yourself.
Well, it wasn't all by myself, really, Murphy. Fortunately for me, Sam found his way downstairs to the room I was in. Otherwise, I might have been lost and Pawn would have escaped. Thanks, Sam. Thanks a lot.
Oh, it's nothing. You'd have done the same thing for me. Oh, by the way, did that guy Pawn rough you up very much?
No, nothing too bad. Anyway, Tess is a good nurse. She'll take care of me.
Well, Tracy, that's another criminal you put behind bars.
It sure was, Mr. Tracy, and by God, it was a wonderful job you did.
Thanks, Murphy. Say, I feel in need of some food.
Food, did you say?
Hey, bring me back a hamburger, too, will you?
Take care of that guy, Murphy.
I will. Don't worry, he's here. Hey, with onions.